Hey, what's up, guys? This is Andrew with Hustle Grind. Just wanted to give you an overview of a WordPress dashboard and admin panel for those of you who aren't familiar with how that looks. And so you can see here that I've logged into the dashboard of Hustle Grind, and kind of here you can kind of play with this. You can move stuff around. This is just an area where you can sort of get a glance of what's going on, and so you really just can move stuff wherever you want it. Remove stuff as you see fit. So that's the dashboard, and not much happens here. But what you can see here is you've got your home, but then your updates as well. And so you want to make sure that you're keeping up to date with that stuff. As you can see, I have 6 updates that I need to take care of. Good news is that with WordPress, it's just as simple as pretty much clicking what you want to do, and then you just update plugins there by clicking. So pretty easy. And so coming back to the home area here, on the left side here at the sidebar, we see these different areas. So one of the big ones you're going to use is your posts. So you can hover over it and get these options for looking at all of your posts, adding new posts, managing your categories and tags. And so if you go into posts here, you can kind of see I've got various things that are coming up. I've got several in draft mode, and then things that are currently active. And I do have an SEO plugin called Yoast, which is over here, and that gives you some advice on your SEO. Green is good, and readability as well. I'm notoriously bad at readability, so we've got an OK there. And then, of course, you can actually check out one of your, one of your posts here. This is one I wrote about making money flipping toner cartridges, and you see this is your actual. This is where you do the editing. So, you're gonna come down here. You see all your copy that you've written, the pictures, actually where the video is embedded, where I've done that for you guys, and so on. And the short code for the sign up form for the newsletter. So that's kind of what the dashboard looks like for writing your own posts. You can also add categories, and this is something I recommend, where we've got things about blogging, direct sales, multi-level marketing, like your Amways and your Avons, that sort of thing, things about extra income, freelance, interviews, etc. So really these are customizable to whatever you want. You just fill stuff in over here and populate those. And then the other feature that can be used are tags, and these are ones that came default with the template. I don't use these right now. My current theme doesn't really have a use for those. So and then over here you've got your media, and actually what you can do is you can upload different pictures. And so these are a lot of headshots from a roundup post that I did for some up and coming and established bloggers in the area. But you can add new media, and you can actually do this directly from a post. So if you have something you want to add, you just select or drag and drop, and it'll upload it. Similar to the posts tab, we have pages. And again, it kind of gives you an area where you can deal with all your pages. You can go in and view those, and again, you see this is where I have my copy. This is where I have various information, and you can see all pages and add new. You can manage your comments. Right now, as we're brand new, I don't have any of those. And then some of these other things like the theme options and Ninja forms, you're not going to have that by default. This particular theme I have is got quite a lot of options, and then the Ninja forms is a plugin that you can use. It's actually free, and it works really well. So that's where that is. But importantly, here is the appearance tab. And so this is where you're going to manage your theme, basically. And we use Seashell, which is a cool professional theme that I like a lot. And then you can see these, 2015, 2017. These are the default themes that come with. You can actually add a new theme here and install it by uploading the zip file. But also, if you want to add a new theme, you can click here and search directly the free database that that they have for WordPress. And there are a lot of good quality free themes, but choosing one can be a bit of a challenge. And we do cover that in another article about the true cost of a free theme. It may seem cheap on the front end, but going through the ways of why that actually can hurt you in the long run. So you can come over here to the customize area, and that's really cool, except when it doesn't work, which is currently the case with this. So we'll have to do some tech support on that one. But anyway, you also come down and you can do your widgets, and this is actually the drag and drop editor to where you can make your sidebar show up with different things. So for an example, the default sidebar shows text, which is the little image I've got there, and then the social widget. Come over here and you actually see this is the text, or sorry, this is the image, the social widget, newsletter. So you really have a lot of flexibility with that stuff. You can, depending on your theme, add footer sidebar stuff, custom sidebar stuff. So menus too are really important. This is where you control what shows up on your top bar here, which you can just see a little bit of, and then also, you know, like the footer and other areas for that. The plugins directly for that theme, and then you can go into a theme editor. I don't recommend that for you unless you really know what you're doing. And then for plugins, this is a good one. You're going to be in this page a lot. So this shows the current active plugins that you have going. Again, you can add more by uploading, but you can also add new and search the database for the WordPress plugins that are available. And there are many, many good free ones as well, which I do a little section on in this particular blog article, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Blogging. So then in here is where you actually control your users, and so that's me. You know, there's obviously a lot of functionality in there, but it's pretty straightforward. Tools here, something you won't use a lot of, but maybe we can go through that later. We do have the settings too, and that's just general site settings. And finally, you know, a couple more plugins here, the Yoast SEO app, which you really should consider having. And then avatars is something I uploaded, and insights came from the web host. So anyway, that's kind of a brief rundown of how the dashboard works. Clearly, there's a lot more to it, but I just wanted to get you guys oriented to it, so when you guys start your first blog, you know, you can have an idea of what that looks like and not be completely confused as you get started. So, hey, thanks for reading my article. Continue going through it, and if you need any help, totally understand. Feel free to contact me at the contact page. You can also reach me on Facebook and Twitter. And I'm also going to, you know, obviously in the YouTube comments or the comments on this post, that'll be just fine. So thanks for stopping by at HustleGrind.net, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.